Howdy, this is Mackenzie Franklin from SideGameLLC here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to organize Shadows of Kilforth and Gloom of Kilforth in the same box. Now as you see, they're kind of stacked on each other. I'll show you near the end of the video how I do that and how you're able to make one super box using two games in the same size box. So it's a really nice little trick if you want to condense everything down into one solid box. So without further ado, let's take a look at how we organize Shadows and Gloom of Kilforth. So first off, you're going to open the top here, and inside you're going to see all of the player references and the player variants. You'll have some of the deeds and tests. These are just reminders, more reference guides. This includes all of the extra expansions and whatnot. You got the Shadows of Kilforth rulebook. And as you can see here, there's a lot of bags and a lot of dice. So first off, we've got all the dice for the game. I've got some of my own dice in here as well, because you can use any D6. So I really like the color purple, so I put some purple dice in here as well that you can use, as well as the black dice. And I don't use the white dice that come with this game. I find the white dice very hard to read because there's like this black cloud on them. So I think the pips are a lot more clear on the black dice. Use a Chip Theory Games tray after getting the Trove chest. I've had a lot of these extra around, so it's really nice to hold them. If you don't have one of these, you can always just use a plastic bag or something similar. Underneath here, you've got lots of bags, and these bags are going to hold lots of things. Mainly, they're going to include rewards. So this is for I believe the setup, if you're going to combine both of the games here. And then these are very similar, I think. They're to simulate the cards determining where to spawn up. And then in this bag here, we've got all of the combined treasure tiles for both games. So super nice there. Underneath, in these two small boxes, you're going to have the obstacle markers here. You can get these 10 for $1 at Dollar Tree. Super nice, but obstacles all in there. And similarly, you're going to have your fate markers in here. I believe that's what these are called, little hourglasses. So they'll all fit nicely in that little box. Really like these storage containers, 10 for $1, and they set up on the table just like so, and they're ready to go. Up next, we have a 3-part divider. You can get something similar at the Dollar Tree, and this is going to hold all of the heart, the money, and the action point tokens. So easy to grab, super nice. Simply pull it out and get ready to go. And then on the left side here, you have all of the character standees and boss standees just in a single bag. I don't think there's any reason to have them in something other than this. The bag lets you kind of sift and pick and choose. You're only going to need your character's standee, and you're only going to need the boss's standee. So it's easy to just find what you need at the beginning. And you're actually going to keep the insert for this game that comes with it. So I really like the way it's set up. It has these two nice card trays on the left and the right, and they do fit all sleeved cards, so super nice there. And the game comes with little dividers that you can use to separate things. And each of these are actually their respective base games. So this side here is all of the Gloom of Kilforth cards, and this side here is all the Shadows of Kilforth cards. So you can pick and choose which of the sets that you want to use. If you want to use them in tandem, you can combine them. Otherwise, you can keep them separate like this to kind of keep those themes together. In the center section here, you're going to have all of your level up cards for your specific classes, whether you're Arcane or you're the militant, pious, and these are also separated by the two different types if you want to be Gloom or Shadows, but these are pretty easy. You can just combine these because they just offer you more choices based on the type of character you are. So I really like this, how they added some new ones in the Shadows as well with the Rebel. I think that's really fun. So you got lots of neat stuff here. In addition, you've got all of the player-specific tokens. Similarly to the standees, you can sift through here and find what you need. And then you've got the cover tokens as well. So super nice. Lots of first player markers for some reason. A little funny to me. Next, you've got all of the location cards. These are your standard tarot size, so easy to sleeve here. And they are separated once again to your Gloom of Kilforth and Shadows of Kilforth. So super nice there. And lastly, you've got your silica gel packet, just to make sure everything is super nice and fresh. Now, let's go ahead and show you what I was talking about earlier in the video with the box. So if you see here, on the bottom of this box, there is a bit of a lip here, and that's actually what's going to keep the top on. If you pull this out underneath, you're going to see that there is the initial Gloom of Kilforth rulebook in here, which you're not going to need. And there are also additional player reference guides and additional reference material. So you put this stuff in here to kind of rise the box a little bit, and that gives it that lip. So this is just the top of the box of normal Gloom of Kilforth. But you put all that additional paper inside, and it's going to rise up the base. So that way, when you put in the Shadows of Kilforth box, it's going to rest nicely on top of that. And this is going to give you a way to actually put the two boxes together to get some more space on the top here. And that way everything can stay inside one box. It's just kind of a combo box. You can use this with games that have expansions that have the same size boxes. For example, you can use it on games like Root. Root's expansion boxes are the similar size, and that extra little lip is going to be helpful for fitting all of the extra expansion factions. So I really like that little system, and I think it works really well. Without further ado, let's go ahead and pack things up. So you're going to put the location cards back in, you're going to put the ability cards back in, and then you're going to put all of the player tokens on this side here. They fit really nicely, just like that. You're going to put all of the money and the heart and AP tokens here. You're going to put the 2 resource bins, just like so. And luckily, you have a lot of freedom with how you do this. You're going to put all of the player standees here. Kind of fold the bags. You don't necessarily need to close them. You just kind of put them in the middle. You can take the dice, just put them on top like so. And then the different bags for those simulated randomness if you combine the 2 games. We can do something like that. So it looks a little messy on top here, but it does all fit. And then lastly, we can go ahead and put the rulebook right on the top of these and the reference guides, and then close it on up. So it kind of covers everything like so. And that is going to give us our completed box of Shadows of Kilforth with Gloom of Kilforth in one complete section. So the storage solution is not for everybody. Some prefer to keep it in 2 boxes, but I like this. I like that I could just keep it all in one space, and I can bring it with me in one section, and that double box offers a lot of support. So once again, this is just an inspiration. You don't need to organize your version this way. This is how our library organizes it. If you have any questions about what we talked about here, any comments, please let me know down below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope some of you found this useful. Side Game Strong.